continuing with Rav Drukman Shirim on Rav Kook's introduction to Shir HaShirim, Shir Tesva 15, Tfiset HaChayim Mitokh Levarel, grabbing life from an uncircumcised heart. Rav Kook writes, Mi Shalbo Arela, someone whose heart is uncircumcised, and it must be that way, for this person at least. Mipnei להתנשא el מרומי הגיוני hakodesh, because he has never had a taste of having his heart uplifted to holy meditations. There are some people that have never been interested in anything of sanctity, of purity. It means nothing to them. Hamahallech b'derech ושונה, the one that is going in his way and learning. The Rav Kook talks about mi שלבו ערלה, someone whose heart is uncircumcised. His heart is uncircumcised and sealed. A person like this, his love is not exalted in any way. It's only involved with his own, satisfying his own physical needs. He looks at the world through a sealed heart. The things that are unique that his eyes can see, right? He only can see the physical part of them. What is useful to him, what he likes. The idea of levarel, of an uncircumcised heart, which Rav Kook talks about this. He also talks about in a poem that he wrote, לחשי ההוויה, the whispers of creation or of existence. Ve'im lebetch arela, and if your heart is uncircumcised, viyofiy lo yksimcha, and its beauty does not enchant you, tלחש li ההוויה, then the existence whispers to me, Sora mi'eni Sora, turn away from me, turn away, harni lach Asura, I am prohibited to you. This song that is connected to the words that the Rav Kook is writing here. To explain this, we have to go and look a little bit in Pirkei Avos. It says in Pirkei Avos, המהלך בדרך ושונה, someone that is walking in the way, and he's learning while he's walking. He's reviewing his learning, he's thinking of a new chidushim while he's walking along the road, along the beach, through the forest. Umafsik b'mishnaso, and he interrupts his learning, ve'omer, and he says, Ma nai ilanze, look how beautiful this tree is as he walks through the forest. Ma nai nirze, how wonderful is this field, this meadow. Or if you happen to be where I am, look at how beautiful the Mediterranean is, right? Malei alav kasuv ki'ilu mischayev b'nafsho. The Torah considers it as if he is liable to the death penalty. Now, you have to realize, the person is a person that even while he's walking, he's learning, he's studying, right? And so it doesn't make sense. The person is so involved with learning, right? That even as he's taking the hike through the forest, even as he is walking along the beach, walking in the nature area, and so on, he's learning Torah. What does it mean suddenly he looks at the world around him and he says, this is beautiful, and he's enjoying the world around him, and therefore he is liable the death penalty? It's a bit strange, let us say. I mean, the Gemara, the Shulchan Aruch, has a bracha when you see something beautiful in the world. Shekacha lo ba'olamo, that HaKadosh Baruch Hu has such wonderful things in the world. You're supposed to say a bracha over it. What's going on here? So Yehuda Zitzal explained very deeply this Mishnah. The Torah, HaTorah b'hofato amitita al yedei hitkabluta b'Yisrael. The Torah appears in its true way when it is accepted by the Jewish people. Mevia lidei gilui as zechus kiuma ves erech mahuta shel kol habriya kula. It brings, the Jewish people's acceptance of the Torah brings with it the revelation of the right to exist and the nature of everything that is created. Everything that is created has value. The land, the earth, the heavens, plant life, animal life, mankind, all of mankind, right? All of it has value. All of it was created by HaKadosh Baruch Hu for a specific purpose. But the only way that one can understand what this purpose is, it will only appear through the Torah in Israel. The Torah reveals to us the value of all of these things, reveals to us the value of the heavens, of the earth, plants, animals, rocks, sand on the beach, right? And to understand this, Chazal say in the Gemara in Shabbos, Hitna HaKadosh Baruch Hu im Maaseh Bereshis v'amar lehem. HaKadosh Baruch Hu made the creation of the world conditional, and he said to them, Im Yisrael mikablim haTorah atem miskaimim. If the Jewish people accept the Torah, you will exist, v'im lav, and if not, ani machzir etchem latohu v'vohu. Not, I return the world to its unformed chaos before creation, right? That only if Klal Yisrael accepts the Torah is it possible to understand the value of creation, and therefore, if Klal Yisrael does not accept the Torah, it is impossible to understand the value of creation. Therefore, there is no reason for creation, right? Therefore, you can begin to understand that using the world not for its true purpose, right? Not for what it was created for. This is limiting the world, right? Mm-hmm. It's reversing what the world was supposed to do. The Ramchal in Mesilas Yesharim explains that the completeness of man is his clinging to God. This is the ultimate goal of his life, right? To fix himself, to purify himself, right? So that he can come to clinging to God. Now, there are many ways, many paths to doing this. Everyone's path is not the same. Not everyone's path is through learning Torah his entire life. People can be balei tzedakah, people can be balei chesed, people, all sorts of things. There are all sorts of ways. Each person has his own path for this. The Ramchal writes, Im hadam nimshach achar ha'olam mitrechek miboro. If a person is drawn after the world, or in Rav Kook's words, he has an uncircumcised heart, so he's separated more and more from his creator. Hinehu miskalkel umekalkel olam kulo. He is messed up, and he messes up the entire world, right? He lowers the creation because it's not doing what it's supposed to do, and he lowers himself because he's not doing what he's supposed to do. On the other hand, the Ramchal continues, Imhu sholeit be'atzmo, but if he is able to rule over himself, the nidbak beboro, and he clings, devik is the word for glue, he's glued to his creator. Umishtamesh mina olam rak lios lo lisiua la'avodas bro, and he uses the world to help him to serve his creator. Hu mitalei, he is upraised. Ve'olam atzmo mitalei imo, and the world is upraised with him. Sheken, and so too. Ilui gadol hu brios kulam biosam misham sheha adam. It is a great elevation of creation that they serve man. Hashalem hamakud, they complete man. Umekudash b'kedusha so yisbarach, and they are sanctified, and the man that sees them is sanctified by the holiness of the Blessed One. Right? When a person comes to the world through the aspect of Torah, he is upraised, and he raises up creation. Right? And now we can understand, ma na'e ilan zeh, ma na'e nir zeh, right? If he looks at the world and he says, what a wonderful thing HaKadosh Baruch Hu has created for me to be uplifted by, this has great value, right? Right? It's a wonderful thing. It's an elevating thing, and it elevates him, and it elevates the world. That's how Tziyud explained this Mishnah. When the person goes and he's learning, and he interrupts his learning to look at the world, he looks at the world not through the Torah, but through an entirely different lens. He looks through, in the language of the Balatanya, at the world through nefesh bahamis, through his animal soul, not through his spiritual soul. Then he is lowering the world. He is lowering himself. Since he was learning Torah, when he started looking at the world, there's no point in his continued existence. His existence was to elevate himself and draw it closer to Hashem and bring the world with it to the entire existence into greater avodas Hashem. In fact, he did the exact opposite of this. He lowered himself and he lowered the world. No point in his existence. Such a person should not exist. Lahshi ha'havaya, the existence's whispers. Now we can get to the poem that Rav Kook wrote. Telachesh li sod havaya kula, whisper me a secret, all of existence. Chaim li yesh, I have life. Kach na kach, take it, take, please. Im yesh lecha lev, ubelev dam, if you have a heart, and in the heart there's blood. Shiral yeush o zehimato, and it is poisoned and given up to its identity, right? The existence of the world, the beauty of the world is whispering to man. There's life, right? You're invited to take it, to benefit from it. It was created for you. HaKadosh Baruch Hu created the world for mankind, right? All right? You don't have to separate from me. You don't have to be a hermit. You don't have to not benefit from the world, right? There is a pretty tree, a beautiful meadow there for you. Don't turn your heart away from them, but it has to be under the condition that the heart is pure and clear. The heart is not polluted, right? It has not given up on the world. And we see that the world is something that is disconnected from its creator, right? It stands on one side. Physical benefits of the world are on one side, and sanctity is on the other side. This is a very Christian idea, right? In Christianity, the ideal is the monk who separates himself from all types of enjoyment of this world, right? We don't have such a thing. The Bria, the creation wakes up a man to his sanctity, right? From hidur na'e ziv ha'olam, the beauty that lights up the world. Nafshi cholas avasacha, my soul is sick for the love of you, right? This is in Yedid Nefesh that people sing, but not everyone understands. Maybe sometime we'll have an entire shir just on this song, right? If you look at it from the direction of the Torah, right? A person can understand the truth of creation, right? But if a person doesn't understand this, the poem continues, Im libtech Arela, if your heart is uncircumcised, Viofi lo yksimcha, and beauty does not enchant you, Tlichish li Hahavaya, then the existence whispers to you, Sura meni Sura, turn away from me, turn away, Harni lach Asura, I'm prohibited to you. This sealed heart, the uncircumcised heart, the beauty of the world doesn't enchant such a person. A person can enjoy it in a physical way, but they're not enchanted by it. There's a difference. Enchanted is uplifted. Enjoyment is me. The existence says to such a person, don't touch me, right? You do not have permission to enjoy me, right? If you do not understand the proper reason for this creation, then it wasn't created for you. The existence continues. Im kol tziftzuf adin, with every gentle, soft chirp. Kol yofi chai, the beautiful of every living thing. Lo hadar shiraz kodesh, it does not dwell in a holy song. Ach zerem eish zara bach yitorer, it only lights a strange fire in you. Sura meni Sura, turn away from me, turn away. Hare lach Asura, behold, I am prohibited to you. When a person looks at only the external nature of the world, that which is seen at first glance, and he doesn't see the spiritual nature of the world that is around him, he doesn't understand why the world was created, he doesn't have the permission to use the world. The use of the world for strange purposes, right? Or the exact opposite purposes for which HaKadosh Baruch Hu created it, you have no right to do such a thing, Rav Kook is saying in the poem. Yeah, well, what's the worst? Af zaram eish zara, right? The flow of a strange fire. Avodah zara eish zara. Same, exactly, same idea. To the sinner, he says, the nature says, stay away from me, turn away from me, right? Right? If I do not awaken you holy feelings, right? Then you haven't understood the real reason in creation. A person that is separated from the godly Torah nature of the physical world, right? He interrupts his learning. He interrupts his devekus b'Hashem to be involved with the physicality, right? There is a problem here. So Rav Kook continues and ends his song. V'dor yakum v'chai, a generation will arise and live. Yashir liyofi v'chayim, it will sing to the beauty and life. Ve'adena bli dai, and it will continue without end. Yinek mital shemaim, it suckles from the dew of the heavens. Umahader kalmer vet Sharon, and from the beauty of the Carmel, Har Carmel and the Sharon, the plains. Shipat razei ha'havaya, that within them is the richness of the secrets of existence. Takshiv ozen amchai, the ear of the living nation pays attention. Umaden shirav ifi chayim, and it is softened with the song of the beauty of life. Or kodesh yimaleh, holy light it is filled with. The Havaya kula lo dovev, all of creation speaks to it. Bechiri, my chosen one. Harni lach muteret, behold, I am permitted to you. Right? In a certain way, in exile, the Jewish people is separated. It is the neshama separated from its guf, the Navi Yecheskel says, and therefore it is impossible for the Jewish people at that point to properly understand the beauty of the world around us. However, when we are reconnected, the Dor Chadash, the new generation, the Dor Yakum V'chai, the generation that is alive again. The Jewish people are considered dead when they're Chutz La'aretz. They're only alive when they're in Eretz Yisrael. Again, see Yecheskel, right? They sing to the beauty of life, the beauty of nature. This has value. In Orot HaKodesh, Rav Kook writes similar ideas. Im tirtzei ben adam, if you want, son of man is of course a hint to the Navi Yecheskel, who is always referred to as Ben Adam. Histekel ba'or hashchina b'chol hayakum. Look at the light of the Shechina in everything that exists. Histekel ba'eden ha'chayim hashmi'im. Look at the softness, the gentleness, the sweetness of the heavenly life. Ach hem mitpashlim b'chol pina v'zavit shebachayim, but they are spread out in every corner, two different words for corner, of life. Haruchanim v'achomrim, our spiritual life and our physical life. Sheneged einai b'sarcha v'neged einai ruchacha, before your physical eye and before your spiritual eye. Hitbonen b'ple'ei hayitzira, look at the wonders of creation. B'chayei ha'elahut shelahem, the life of the divine in them. Lo b'tor ezi tochnit keha, not from a small, limited, weak program. Shemarchikim mitzigim neged einecha, that separate these things from before your eyes. Ki im da et mitziyut she'ata chai ba, but know the reality that you live in it. Da'at atzmacha ve'et olamacha, know yourself and know your world. Da et higyonei halev shelcha v'shel kol hogei v'choshev, know the meditations of your heart and of everything that meditates and thinks. Matzat makor hachayim shebikirbecha v'shemim alecha, know the source of your life that is within you and that is above you. Shemesivivavcha, that is surrounding you. Et perei hadrut hachayim sheta shuri b'tocham, the beauty of life that you are found within it. The Rav Kook, is telling us to open our physical eyes and our spiritual lives. See and appreciate everything with the idea of appreciating what is holy, what is raised up, and how all of these things can elevate us. This is how you have true simchat chayim, true rejoicing in life. And now the words of the Rav Kook are understood. Mish libo arela. a person that's heart is uncircumcised, mipnei להתנשא el mרומי הגיוני הקודש, because he cannot understand the taste of these holy meditations, right? His heart is uncircumcised. He's not there. Such a person is incapable of seeing these things. We have to understand kol tzif adin, every little chirp, right? Kol yofi achai, the beauty of all life. Lo hadar shiras kodesh, right? The beauty of a holy song, right? We cannot allow this to be polluted with strange ideas. It must be through the kedusha, the sanctity of the Torah, the Tevekus Hashem. When we look at the ocean, we have to feel what a beautiful thing Hashem made, how perfect is His creation. That is the reaction when I should have every time I raise my eyes and look out to the Mediterranean just over there. Everyone should have an uplifted and holy day.